Hello everyone. Today I'm going to do a movie review for the first time. Now, this is going to be on the movie Wreck-It Ralph. Now, if you don't know what that movie is, basically Disney decided to make a movie to cater to the retro gamers and the indie freaks along with kids and shit. But anyways, let's talk about the movie. So basically, the movie takes place in an alternate universe where everything sucks in possibly the worst arcade ever. Yeah, this movie takes place in some stupid arcade in some alternate universe where somehow arcades are still around and somehow little kiddies go up to them and go play them while also buying product placement stuff like Subway, and then after the arcade closes, all this shit happens. I don't know, the characters and they're like, fuck this, because in this stupid arcade they don't even bother to turn the games off at night, wasting energy. Hooray for conservation. But anyways, the movie is basically supposedly about this Ralph villain from some fictional arcade game called Wreck-It Ralph. Fix-It Felix Jr. and basically the bad guy's called Wreck-It Ralph, which is the whole point of the movie. And basically the movie starts off with a whole bunch of old retro arcade references and stuff. So basically he eventually goes nuts, or as they call it, going turbo in the movie, because they gotta use weird terms and stuff. Basically he wants a freaking medal because he's an idiot, and like everybody in the stupid Disney movies, they believe that, oh my god, if I get a medal, my problem's gonna go away. Which, spoiler, it doesn't, because basically he runs over, knocks out some soldier from here's duty, dresses up as him, and then he freaking goes in, and then after sucking ass at the game, because instead of just running around, he starts running around and being a freaking crazy maniac. Have you ever seen your mom play Halo 3 where they just jump around? Yeah, that's how he freaking acts. And then basically in this stupid Aliens ripoff game, to the point where the main character in this game is female. Yeah, that's obviously not a ripoff of Aliens. He breaks in, when nobody's around, steals the medal, and of course, chaos freaking happens in the Fix-It Felix theme, because the game can't go without him and stuff. Yeah, that's basically what happens. They just, after he eventually gets out of this stupid thing, after he gets out of this stupid thing where he's in that Aliens ripoff world, he eventually finds himself in Sugar Rush, which is more like sugar, I'm on high on sugar. Yeah, that's basically where he goes and do some sugar addicts fantasy. And then from there on, the movie becomes less about, OMG, this isn't an arcade. OMG, references to older 90s games that you'll have to be an extremely hardcore nerd who thinks references make something good to catch them all. And then, OMG, product placements. It goes from that all the way to, all the way into some stupid thing where, OMG, look at here, we're in some sugar area, and we just spend the rest of the movie running throughout, and we find a whole bunch of stuff too. So Ralph meets this annoying 10-year-old who looks like, I don't know, somebody on Xbox Live who's annoying as shit, and you'll just want to shut the fuck up. But then she finds out she's some glitch, which apparently she wasn't supposed to be there. But of course there's a freaking plot twist, which isn't really a plot twist at all because it's Disney. We find out that Ripley, I don't know what her name is, so I'm going to call her the lady from Aliens, because that's the best, because it's a freaking ripoff of Aliens. So basically, she's like, OMG, tragic backstory where her husband got freaking killed by these giant Starship Troopers bugs. And then Ralph accidentally took some giant thing with him, some giant bug with him, and then you also find out that some turbo guy took over to sabotage some other arcade game, and basically freaking, I don't even know, like, got it out, because in this world when shit breaks they just throw it out. Like, I don't know, if you're a person who freaking makes money off scrap metal, you're gonna love this world. If you're a hobo, you're gonna love this world. But anyways, I don't even know. Apparently that's where the going turn thing came from. So, like, I don't know, after a whole bunch of running around and nothing really happening, like, it gets boring as shit, like trying to get that annoying 10-year-old XBL kid how to drive and shit. I don't even, stuff happens, I don't even know anymore. And then he freaking somehow sees that on the side art of the Sugar Rush game, that one 10-year-old's on the side of it. So after attacking some character and nearly voring them, then they freaking yeah, so that king guy was actually that turbo guy and stuff, and then they eventually end up defeating the turbo guy in some stupid boss battle, which involves some race, and then Deus Ex Machina, like, OMG, I'm the bad guy, and then the bad guy eventually gets killed because it's freaking Disney, and then the ending is freaking Disney. Nothing ever happens. Like, if you see the ending of Pokemon, the first movie, where nothing ever happens, that's the ending to this film. Like, nothing ever happens at the end of this film. It's just like Pokemon, the first movie. If you've ever seen the ending toward that, you know what happens. Nothing ever happens, and this ending is same here. Sure, she replaces that one king and stuff, and everything's back, and Wreck-It Ralph is back, and he's still the bad guy, and even though he wants to be the good guy throughout the whole freaking film, I'm serious. That's the real ending to this. It's stupid. It's not that good. Don't watch this movie. But let's talk about the other stuff. The plot freaking sucked. It was average Disney stuff. You've seen Disney stuff, and sure, it had cameos, but it had cameos from all the games that aren't that good. It had a cameo from Metal Gear Solid. It had some DDR cameo. It had a Daytona USA cameo, which you won't get unless you're looking hard. It has some obscure arcade game as a plot point, which has sent all the X sent me here kitties over it. I mean, if you look up a video of Road Blasters, there are going to be 20 people in the comments box referencing this movie. Don't believe me? Go do it now. First video that says arcade, go click on it and look in the comment box. There's like a ton of those people right now. And, of course, it has cameos from other great games like Sonic. Even though there's only like one or two Sonic games and nobody like even played them that much, you've got Sonic in it. I mean, seriously, I thought the only arcade game I remember was in some Sega Sonic. There was a Sonic Fighters game which sucked, and then he was in the mountain on Daytona USA. And I could rage for hours and hours about all the inaccuracies to actual arcades, but you know what? I think if you've been to a real arcade, you'll know that no arcade is like this arcade from hell, and plus, they probably all have better games anyway. And even then, the references don't make everything better. I mean, they could reference Doodle Pa, a good-ass game, and of course, nobody would get the reference, but of course, OMG, it wouldn't be as cool to this movie's target audience, because it does have the X sent me here people, but it also, the thing is, references don't make movies good. If references made stuff good, My Little Pony and Scott Pilgrim would be good. Spoiler alert, they're not good. And another thing is, apparently, even in retro 8-bit video games, everything looks like Unreal Engine 3. Yeah, if only that was true, I could just break my TV and kaboom, I'd be playing freaking Unreal Engine 3 Halo 2. That would be so cool. I don't even know anymore. It's just, yeah, this whole movie is just so stupid. Don't watch it, and if you've seen every other Disney movie, you've probably seen the plot of it. Go watch better movies, because those movies are better. There's so many other better movies. Go watch a badass anime. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more.